Alright, so this is my third map. It's a bowling alley. It's based on a bowling alley that is in the town I live in. The setup of it, it looks just like that. The colors and stuff are different, but this is the same basic layout. It's been there for years. So let's get into it and show you around. Alright, so the reason why I did a bowling alley was because there's only like 2 other bowling alley maps in the game, and they really kind of sucked. They weren't like a full bowling alley. This map is freaking huge. It is way too big to be played on. I mean, it's more, it's more of an art project. It took forever to make. Like I made a lot of stuff for this. Like all these pictures. Like I made that sign I made that clock. I made that sign over there. This static mesh here for this beer sign, or this neon sign, Chrysalis from our clan, he made that for me. I told him what I was doing, so he made that. That's pretty cool, really. I made that monster pinball machine right there. I didn't like the way that one there was put together. You couldn't resize it right, so I built a new one, modeled it off of it. I also made this. This got an ice texture on the top. I say texture. I don't really remember what it was called, but basically you don't ever stop moving, because if you're moving, you stay moving, because it's got ice on it. But I hadn't seen an air hockey table, so I made one. Then this thing here, made the puck. Looking for a quarter. I was going to show you how big I am. Yeah, here's a quarter. Let's see. Remember, it's F4. Yeah, that's how big you are in this map. So that's ridiculously small. Good luck finding anybody in it. Didn't get a lot of play because it was so big. I mean, it looks cool, but nobody wanted to play it because you can't even shoot. You can see somebody and you can't kill them because it's too far away. Like if I'm up here in this and I see somebody up in that sign, the bullets don't get there because it's too far away. But there's a lot of stuff I made custom in here. I made that. There wasn't a vending machine of any kind like this in the map. There was, but it sucked. So I made that. Once again, there's sound effects and stuff in the toilets and the urinal. One of our members from Canada, Pyrojack, he has a recording studio in his house, so he recorded that. I want to say it was a can of something being poured into another can, and I don't know. It all worked out good. So yeah, all the toilets have different noise. If you run into the women's room, it sets off a sound. And I know that guy's in here because I can hear him setting off things. So yeah, get the ladies screaming. I want to say he's in the toilet. Now these toilets have a spot back up inside of them where you can hide stuff. So, that's kind of lets you know where you're at, where people are. So, the whole map is basically sized off of this pool table. This is the pool table I mentioned in my first map that somebody else came out with. I wanted to be able to get inside of the pool table in this map, which, in the end was stupid because, I mean, look how small you are. And that made the map so much bigger. This shoe was the hardest thing in the world to find. There was one map that had a shoe. It actually had had a pair of shoes. So yeah, we had like some blocky looking shoes in here for a long time while we were looking for a shoe. I mean, that was the hardest thing, and I didn't want to make a shoe. But speaking of making things, Here we go. We're gonna die. All right. Yeah. This scoreboard thing here, the score table. I made that all in Unreal Editor in the 2D shape editor. You could basically make a little 2D drawing and then make it 3D, and then make a static mesh out of it. So yeah, this kind of looks like the scorekeeper things that were at my bowling alley in town. So, and then this ball return, let me get up where you can see this stuff. Yeah, so the ball return and the score deal are modeled off what we had in town. So, I mean, that's pretty much what they look like. The ball return was like a Brunswick ball return that we had in town. Looks, you know, just like that. It was even red and white. So, you know. So this thing here was once again a 2D shape that I can make into a 3D shape. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, to figure out that you could do that, and then these are turn them into a mesh where you could resize it easily and like duplicate it. You know, it's pretty cool. You could pretty much, if you have the imagination for it, you can do whatever the hell you want it. You know. But this thing is so stinking big. These lanes are all static meshes that can be resized. You know, I made those. Because like I said, there really wasn't much for a bowling alley. But basically there were some bowling pins and some crap. You know, right there, if you see that little square, you can shoot your little translocator down inside, and it's the only way to get in here. And these take you to different spots. That takes you up here on top, and you know, you look out, I believe, yeah, through the green part of the wall. Then way down this way takes you into the hidey spot on the corner. I mean, there's not a lot of hidey spots, but there's a few. There's another one like right there, you can see it. So let's see if we can get in there. Yeah, of course it teleported me out. But that's where it's at. Yeah, there's another spot, I don't remember how to get to it, but there's a Waldo room. You know, like, where's Waldo? It's located like up in there, but you have to get to, the only way in there is through a teleporter, and for the life of me I don't know where it's at. So dude, it's been so long since I played this game, and you know, but anyways, hope you liked it. Maybe you played this map, maybe you thought it was ungodly big, which it is, you know, but I spent a lot of time on it. I mean, just sitting around all this crap, decorating it, making it look like it was a, you know, bowling alley. I mean, that took a lot of work, making sure everything looked to scale. You know, spending all the time on the internet looking for pictures to put in these places. You know, trying to match the time frame and era magazines. You know, from the time. You know, it's just, there's a lot of work that went into it, trying to make it look cool. So hopefully you've played it, you liked it, you know, thought it was a cool map. I mean, I know it's freaking huge, but it is what it is. You know, it's more of, like I said, an art project than it was you know, meant to be played on. Well, initially it was meant to be played on, but you know, it's unreal. It's too big. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Watch the other videos about Unreal Tournament, and watch my next one. Thanks.